Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to go into some kind of psychopolitical subject. This is actually not the subject, but it's called concocted subject by the West. It did not exist when the father of phobia, Sigmund Freud, actually started coining all kinds of phobias, like xenophobia, anesthesiophobia, and hydrophobia. At that time, there was no this phobia that we are going to talk about today is known as ISLAMO phobia. But this is a hoax. It's a kind of concocted, kind of made phobia by the West for the reason to give bad name to all the Muslims wherever they live. It is kind of misnomer, a kind of nickname, a kind of maligning term that they have coined to apply to the Muslims, to give them bad name, to humiliate them everywhere, to embarrass them everywhere, and wherever the Muslim would go, people would kind of react differently to Muslim than they usually react to other faiths. It's known as Islamophobia, means fear of Islam. Now, Islam does not tell any Muslim to go around and spread fear among people. It has never ever happened. Islam has always defended its religion, its identity, its a society, its a nation, like every other community in the world. And even today, those people who are radicalized, definition is given by the West. Those who are called radicalized Muslim are from Afghanistan, mainly because the West devastated Afghanistan into cinder. Every home, every locality, every market, every life was devastated by those barbarian West. Now, who will not become angry or who is not going to become radicalized? If Muslims are going to destroy Monroe's home, Monroe and his parents are also going to become radicalized if they have any kind of gut and grit. Now, if the person has some kind of manliness, some grit, he's definitely going to become radicalized against those people who came into their nation, into their home, into their locality, in their neighborhood, and destroy their family, destroy their home, destroy their business, destroy their nation, destroy their identity. Now, if they don't become radicalized, then they are all sissy, faggot, cowardice. Now, why Libyans are radical, why Iraqis are radical? Mainly because of the same reason that America and the West, the 29, for God's sake, 29 nations, God forbid, 29 nations of NATO attacked on each Arab nation and turned them into smithereens, turned them into absolutely iota. Now, that is the reason, and those are the reason actually that only few out of 56 Muslim nations, 3 or 4 Muslim nations have turned radical. And they have reason, absolutely, positively, they have reason to become radicalized. Now, Western people are smart, there is no question about it. But I call them smart idiots. Smart plus idiots. When it comes to think about their own interests, their own nation, their own economy, they're very smart. But when it comes to think about other nations, they are very, very idiots. They never let their nation to be devastated because they are smart. But devastating other nations, they are very idiot. They never think about destroying other nations. According to Monroe Doctrine of America, President Monroe has actually promulgated this doctrine that we can go anywhere and destroy any nation, but we must not allow outsiders of continental America to come to America and destroy any of the America's nation, not Latin America, nor North America, nor South America. So this is Monroe Doctrine, totally fraught with discrimination of the worst kind. And this American leadership, even today, and the Western leaderships of today also believe in Monroe Doctrine, that we can enter in anyone's home, we can penetrate in anyone's neighborhood, and we can penetrate in anyone's life and destroy them, but don't allow others to penetrate in our life, our nation, our neighborhood, our locality. Now, that is what the Islamophobia is. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, those people who have heard every single thing about Islam from the distance, they don't understand, they cannot even understand that every Friday prayer we have to repeat 3 times one slogan, one sentence, and that is Allah iman alamallah mahabbat Allah. Second time, Allah iman alamallah mahabbat Allah. Third time, Allah iman alamallah mahabbat Allah. Now we ask the meaning. Now those people who have narrow mind did not pay any attention because it is Islamic. Go to hell, who cares? Islam is going to flourish without you or with you. But listen, is a knowledge. Nobody is actually telling you to embrace Islam. No, God forbid. We are not going to nobody, but nobody is going to force anyone. But this is the knowledge, and I have to give knowledge to my students, whether it's Islamic, Hindu, Christian, or pagan knowledge. It doesn't matter. So what does this say? Allah iman alamallah mahabbat Allah. It says that, hey Muslim, remember, if you don't have love for others, you are not Muslim. Period. See that? How many religions are there? They are emphasizing the love. So much so that, hey Christians, if you don't have love for others, you are not Christian or a Jew. If you don't love anyone, you are not Jew or a Hindu. If you don't love others, you are not Hindu. It is only Islam. Islam says, Allah iman alamallah, mahabbat Allah. Mahabbat, if you don't have love, mahabbat for others, including animals, including snake. Islam does not allow Muslims to kill even snake. Now that is true grit of Islam. Now, Macron cannot explain you, nor Trump Buffalo can explain you, nor Biden can explain you, nor Modi type of shallow people can explain this. They know only one thing, Islam. That's all they know. So now I have created 4 points about Islamophobia, the fear of Islam. Why the West has coined this phrase, Islamophobia, and why the West is so much scared of Islam. But it is all hoax. It is all concocted thing. It is all fabricated thing. It is all orchestrated thing. There is nothing like Islamophobia, and even the West knows. But if you want to give bad name to someone, you have to coin this kind of acronym. If you want to give bad name to someone, then find some kind of maligning sobriquet, maligning title. Like in our community, we always name is, say, for example, Abdullah, the friend of Allah, Abdullah. We call it Abudo. In Hindu community, beautiful name, very pious and sacrosanct name, Ram. We call it Ramlo. Reason is that we want to give them bad name. So this West is very cunning, very smart idiots. They are smart, but at the same time idiots, and they are very, very maligning, conniving type of people. So point number 1 is, People are terribly terrified by the tenets of Islam. Yes, the Islamic tenets are very disciplined. Perform namaz 5 times a day, don't take interest, don't do so many things like fornication, don't lie, observe all the fastings in month of Ramadan. So many things are there that Islam does not allow Muslims. So it is very disciplined religion, and that is the reason that West is absolutely ticked off. Point number 2. West has generalized all the Muslims as radicals. It is the West. It is a Western nation. All 34, 36 nations of Europe, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland, and all other petty nations of the West, they have actually started using this kind of acronym known as Islamophobia. When they talk about clashes of creed or clashes of faith, clashes of religion, they always call Christianity with respect, Judaism with respect, Hinduism with respect, Jainism and Buddhism with respect. But when it comes to Islam, they don't call Islam. They call Islamophobia. Because look, when you are jealous of someone or something, you are jealous of something or someone, you are definitely going to bad mouth. You are never going to say good things about that person. Like my car, I park it over here, it's a new car, and the next day you see lots of people have spitted. I would not say people, but lots of Satans and the devils spit on my new beautiful car. We keep it very clean. We spend about 250, 300 every month to get it cleaned. And one night over here in our satanic neighborhood, devilish neighborhood, next day you see that they eat, they chew betel nuts and spit everywhere on our car, especially on the front windshields, front glass. Why? They have no animosity against us, but it is a jealousy. Person does bigger crime in jealousy. Person perpetrates bigger sins in jealousy. So Muslims have become actually the victim of jealousy. It is the price the Muslims pay for their success. Point number 3. Islamophobia aggravates the scenario by giving this name. These people have been going around and they're talking about one thing, Islamophobia, Islamophobia, Islamophobia. What actually happens is that all the generations, 3 generations today, grandpa, son, and the grandson, all 3 generations have coined, imbibed, learned this phrase, Islamophobia. The grandson will go home and ask his grandpa, what is the meaning of Islamophobia? The grandpa is definitely going to poison his brain. He's going to explain. Islamophobia means Muslim people are killers, murderers. They are genocidal, they are manic, they are psychopath, they are sociopath, they are all kinds of terrorists, and the grandson would start growing with that kind of negative, poisonous, anti-Muslim mentality. The West does not understand that they are not destroying Islam. They are destroying their own generations, their minds, their mindset, their psychology against Muslim, and when they will grow up, they will not be able to mix and mingle with Muslims at all. Point number 4. It is all hoax. No such thing. It is only hoax. There is no such thing as Islamophobia because all the phobias and the files were coined by Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was only the father of phobias. He gave us the name, he gave the terminology of phobia. He has not given this terminology. Islamophobia was not given by the father of phobia, so it has no merit, It has no substance. It has not backing of the father of human psychology. It is not supported. It is not substantiated by the father of human psychology, neither Sigmund Freud, nor Edward de Bono, nor Carl Jung, nor anyone else. But these contemporary smart idiots, like Western smart, but idiotic people have given this kind of terminology which has no merit whatsoever. It is a foolish terminology for foolish people. Point number 5, demonize and decimate. Demonize, give bad name to the people, then decimate, then they destroy them. Sigmund Freud has said, if you want to destroy someone without any kind of punitive damage, without any kind of punishment, you kill someone and the judge is going to venerate you, acquit you with veneration. Judge is going to tell you, you can go home, you did the right thing because you kill a devil. If you want to do that, first give bad name to people. That is what the West has been doing. West has been doing this thing, demonizing the Muslims. So when tomorrow they are going to attack on Muslim nations, send drone or send their unmanned missiles, send their autonomous weapons upon Muslims, every idiot in the world is going to get up and give the West standing ovation. Why? That you killed him or you killed them. Now think about Iranian general. He was a general. Now think about, even better, Iranian nuclear physicist. He was God. Damn it, he was only a physicist. There are only few physicists in the world, and he was one of them. And America, that buffalo over there, known as Trump, sent the killers. Now they were not radicals. Now they were not phobic. Now they were not Christian phobic. They were patriot. Trump sent 2 people over there and they blasted him off. You see that? So they kill first. Before you kill, according to Adam Smith, you demonize them. You give them bad name. You tell them they were terrorists. They were rapists. They were this. They were that. Give them a big, ugly titles, and after that, you decimate them. You kill them, and every idiot and every smart idiot is going to give you standing ovation. So that is all about Islamophobia. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everyone on this planet. Amen.